Hello, everybody. So I decided to just get all these done, and then I'll get a nap, which will now be much shorter than I would have gotten if I had just gone to sleep sooner. But I wanted to come back and finish this off, before I retire for right now, to talk about the 2007 Typo Negative album, Dead Again, which, funnily enough, is the first album of theirs that I listened to start to finish, because I had heard songs out of context of their albums before this. And I think when this album was released on iTunes or whatever, I saw it and I was like, you know what? Let's check out some Typo Negative. Like I just bought basically the first album that was listed or whatever, and then I listened to it and I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I just went back and bought every one of their albums, like, over some amount of time. It wasn't like a long time before I heard the rest of their library, but yeah, this is where it started for me, which is funny, considering it's their last album, and also it's the least representative of their music besides maybe their first album, or definitely their first album is the least representative. But this album is very different sounding than like what people would probably most think of when they think of Typo Negative. They would probably think of October Rust or Bloody Kisses. This doesn't sound like that, but that's okay because this sounds great. They did a wonderful job doing this different style. There's a very different kind of energy to this music, and they did it well, and god damn it, not long after this album came out, Pete was dead and Typo Negative was obviously not going to continue, which really fucking broke my heart at the time, because by the time that Pete actually died, I had been drenched in Typo Negative. I listened to them every day for like all of high school, so fuck, this hit me so hard. It was really brutal. So anyway, I guess I don't know. Do I have much more to say about the album that I haven't already said? I think it's great. I like again their work here. The instrumentals and stuff all sound great. His vocals are fantastic, like always. So yeah, I guess let's talk about our top three here. So my number three pick is going to go to an ode to locksmiths, which is a fast-paced kind of song with like a kick-ass riff right off the gate, right off the bat. The way the song starts off is so fucking cool, and it's just really enjoyable. And when Kenny's doing his rocker scream saying "We ain't going home, got nowhere to go," it's very infectious. I fucking love that part of the song so much. Yeah, I don't really have a lot more to say about that one, other than it's funny because like all the rest of my top threes and stuff aren't really like that. But yeah, this one, fun as hell. Excuse me. My number two pick has to go to The Prophet of Doom, which it's funny because I guess I remembered it wrong because I was looking at the track list. I thought it was called The Prophets of Doom, but it's not. So I think there was something on the actual CD that had like a joke about Prophets of Doom, because it's not spelled prophet as in like someone who like a messiah, like with the ph in the middle. It's like prophet as in like money profit, right? But this song is a journey. It's nearly 11 minutes long, but it feels like several distinct things, so it's not like the same the whole way through. Every couple of minutes it's basically a new song, and each part of it is awesome, and it all, like as a whole, is great. It's not like it's all unrelated crap just shoved together into one track. It's like it works as a whole piece, but also like if any individual chunk of it had been expanded and then the rest removed, each part would have worked for me, honestly. It's just so fun, so good. Really, really great song. I fucking love Prophet of Doom. Now, our number one pick is not the funnest song on the album, which that might have to go to Ode to Locksmiths, but it is my favorite off of the album, and it's one of my favorite Type O Negative songs. It's September Sun. This song is nearly 10 minutes long, but it's beautiful. It sounds so good, and God, it's just great. It's so good. I really, really love this song, and I like the music video. The only complaint I have is, of course, it's a shorter version of the song, which I understand, but I love listening to the entire song. Like, that's an experience, which I've described their music as an experience on several occasions here. And then, just a note, obviously this isn't important to what I'm doing. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm so tired. This is why I need to take that nap. Because if I don't, by the time I have to get ready, I'm going to be super tired. But anyway, just to make note of it, right? The album is 10 tracks long. Spotify has an additional 10 tracks on here that are all like live versions of other songs, which I love that, because some of these are great live performances. In particular, the Are You Afraid / Gravitational Constant performance, and then also the Kill You Tonight live at Wacken 2007. Those two are great. I love them a lot. And actually, there's one more I would like to see on here, but it's not here, so, whatever. It's unfortunate. But, yeah, so obviously, like, for the purposes of picking my top three, like, none of those counted, of course, because those aren't really part of the album. But, yeah, that's it, I guess. We're all done talking about Type O Negative now. Which does make me sad, because, again, I really, really wish we could have had a happier note to end on, where Pete Steele never died, and, like maybe the band retired at one point or something, but at least if it didn't end the way that it did, because that's obviously just tragic and upsetting. However, there is a good deal of comfort, I suppose, in the fact that their output was spectacular. They didn't end on like a shit note and then he died, because that would have been really horrible. No, it's like they went out pretty damn strong. Is this necessarily the album that some fans wanted? Maybe not, because I feel like there's definitely people who they only like, probably, again, like Bloody Kisses and October Rust, but I really think there is a lot of value in going through their whole discography and not just paying attention to the two, like, golden children of their discography. Because, again, Life is Killing Me is one of my favorite albums. Not just from Type O Negative, but, like, in general. Even though it's maybe not, like, their greatest music, it's still, as an album, a really good experience to listen to, and mostly I enjoy, like, every song off of that. So that's what I mean. It's like, and same thing with Dead Again. Except for these three things, which I pretty much consistently skip, I listen to the entire rest of the album, and I'm just like, I'm having a good time every time. Which, by the way, special recommendation, or mention or whatever. Tripping a Blind Man is a great song off of Dead Again. The title track, Dead Again, which is the first track on the album, that one's great too. And the final track, Hail and Farewell to Britain, is really great. And Halloween in Heaven is pretty fun. But yeah, great album, great band, great discography. Like, they really were something special. And, It's interesting to think about sometimes. It's like, imagine if you could know what is, and also if you could peer into, like, alternate realities and see, like, what if one thing had been different and like they didn't happen, you know? Like that would suck. That would be a loss upon the world, because even though this probably isn't the most massive appeal type of music, I think Typo Negative is just really incredible, and for the people who love them, I know they love them a lot. So anyway, thank you for watching. We are all done with our exploration of Typo Negative. And actually, I don't know what comes next, because realistically, my goal was to kind of talk about everything that was important in my earlier life. And like, I've had bands that I've developed interests in, you know, as like an adult, but I don't know that I necessarily want to cover all of that stuff. I guess I'll find out. But for now, this series is done. And if I make any more of these, they will come later after all of these have been uploaded and you know, made public and everything. So yeah, for now, this little project of going through all this music is done, and if I do return, it will be with a slightly different context of like, maybe not necessarily being in order or anything. It would just be talking about artists that I think are interesting. So if we do that, obviously I'll just make more episodes, I suppose. But anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate anyone who watched any amount of any of the videos that I've made in this series. Thank you for your time. I appreciate, you know, how much other things you could be doing with your time. So anyone who spends time on me, I appreciate that. So yeah, I'll see you guys in whatever the hell I do next. Which, like I said, for now I'm not really sure what that is. And honestly, well, I'm recording this in fucking November, so by the time this airs, it'll be probably well into December. I don't know, but anyway. I'll figure something out. Maybe next year I'll kick up and do more stuff. But you know, for now, like I said, I'll see you guys in the next thing that I make, whatever that might be. Thank you for watching.